Manchester United have gone ahead to award Mazraoui a 5-year contract, and we're going to be talking Eriksen on his future, and Mainoo had something to say after losing out onto what we call the Euros to the side of Spain. Welcome to this channel. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And this is RD onto the United Matters channel. We bring you strictly Man United content, as you see us here very well. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, as you know, this is the second video of the day, and the live stream is really being scheduled in the next 2 hours to come, and obviously have something to say about this. So this is what we do, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 20,000 subscribers, right? And Political came up and told us earlier today that Man United and West Ham now trying to find an agreement about a transfer of Wan-Bissaka. Talks between West Ham and Wan-Bissaka have taken place in the last 72 hours. So Bissaka is the reason as to why this deal of Mazraoui hasn't gone ahead to happen, because Manchester United have already gone ahead to agree a fee with the side of Bayern Munich, and they've also gone ahead to agree a fee with West Ham, and what is left is Wan-Bissaka to agree personal terms. And in the last 72 hours, contact has been made, and they are like convincing Wan-Bissaka to join the club of West Ham, such that Mazraoui crosses to the club of Manchester United. And Samuel Lucas, he's a chief United writer for the Manchester Evening News, has come out and told us that Manchester United are optimistic of concluding a deal to sign Mazraoui. United are also planning to sell Wan-Bissaka to West Ham to make room for Mazraoui. So, as we told you that we have to sell to buy, and that is it. For any player we're going to see in, we have to sell to buy, because we need to obviously balance it. We need to balance everything very well, such that we don't really put in a very bad shift as it really stands. So, for the person in Mazraoui, he's just waiting to see to it that he comes in through to join the club of Manchester United, because everything is really moving into the direction he wants it to be. And the big one has been the following: that Fabrizio Romano has just gone ahead to break like 2-3 hours back, and Fabrizio Romano told us that understand the agreement reached between Man United and Mazraoui is on a 5-year deal valid until 2029. It also includes an option of a further year, 2030. Same as Joshua Zexi and Lenny Hero. Mazraoui waiting for United as they have to sell Wan-Bissaka. So the 5-year agreement has gone ahead to be really reached between Manchester United and Mazraoui. Those are the part of the personal terms that we are really agreed. You remember when a story of him agreeing personal terms with Manchester United came out, I'm one of those who say that I expect it to be a deal of like 3 plus a further 1 more year. But to my shock, it has come to my understanding that the deal is almost 6 years. And I'm like, oh my God, you get? Oh my God, what has this been about? So for me, I'm really one of those people that is surprised, because Mazraoui is a player. I think he's 26 years of age, if at all I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Mazraoui, how old are you? Mazraoui is 26 years of age. You get? Meaning that if we are to add on 6 years or 5 years, that is the age of 31. And for a player like him, and in the modern game of football, at the age of 31, it's like you are still so young to play. And we all know why they've gone ahead to spread that deal that long, because they want to pay on average of like £3 million per year. That is it. And I believe that getting that £15 million from West Ham plus almost £5 million of add-ons, I think they just want to obviously utilize like £3 million of that, and then they would love to use that amount of money to obviously see to it that they bid to get in a player known as Matthias De Ligt or Matthias De Ligt or to get in Matthias De Ligt or Manuel Ugarte or Amrabat. And I believe that money of Wan-Bissaka is really going to be very important. Remember, for him, he signed for Manchester United in 2019. That is Wan-Bissaka. He came in through for 50 million euros and he signed a contract that will keep him here for 6 years. Meaning that he has been at Manchester United for 5 years and Manchester United have been paying like £10 million per season. Meaning that his £50 million are really getting done. And in the due course of them getting done, that means we might be having £10 million out of the 15 that is going to be agreed on Wan-Bissaka to spend, because it will be like money that has just going to come back from where we had thrown it, as we had paid £50 million to Crystal Palace, and now we've been paying money to them every year, though in 4 quarters. So that means they can get like 5 and clear off the remaining balance. After clearing off the remaining balance, then they can really use that amount of money to obviously get another player like Amrabat into the mix. And I'm 100% sure that, I'm really insinuating that after Mazraoui, we might see United going in for Amrabat. That is it. We might see United going in for Amrabat because that midfield is really shaky. And that will depend onto what the plan of United is with PSG on Jadon Sancho. You know, if it all goes on well, you might see Amrabat, Mazraoui, and Mazraoui, and this other player called Ugarte arriving at Manchester United this week. That's all possible as talks are really intensively increasing and being held into the mix. So that's exactly that is happening at the side of Manchester United. A 5-year deal is going to be awarded to Mazraoui. It is going to be agreed, and you're waiting to see what is really going to pan out of that contract that is really huge that has been awarded to the player. And I believe he has a resale value, especially if at all he comes in throughout Manchester United and really plays very, very well. Being an Arab man and Muslim, he might really want to obviously go ahead and really play in Saudi Arabia at a certain point X. So the reason as why I like Mazraoui is the same reason as to why I was like, let's not get in Frimpong, let's get in Kadioglu. Before Mazraoui came into the queue, I was like, let's get in Kadioglu because of him being a versatile player. He can play as a left back, he can play as a right back. And getting in Mazraoui is keeping United into a very safe position of not thinking about getting in a left back. You understand? Because we'd have gone ahead to be thinking of a left back, but we cannot think of a left back right now because Manchester United is going to have to get in a player who can play as a left back and can play as a right back. So that is the beauty of this deal, and let's get it done this week and see how things are really going to have to happen into the mix. So let's wait and see how Mazraoui deal progresses on. But do you think it is okay for United, or it has been wise for United to obviously get in what we call a 5-year deal and award it to Mazraoui? All that and more into the comment section below. But Ten Hag looks like he's reuniting with his former players that he used to work with at Ajax. And Mazraoui is one of those that we anticipate can come through and put in a very big shift for the side of Manchester United. So we wait and see how that is going to pan out. But it's really huge, and let's obviously get into the Christian Eriksen on potentially leaving Manchester United. A question that most of us are asking ourselves, that why aren't we moving him on immediately? Because we believe that he needs to obviously find himself leaving the club of Manchester United. Now, he has said, I have 1 year left, so for me, I'm a United player, and for the last year as well, I feel good, my family is feeling good, living in Manchester, and United is a nice club. That's what he said. And obviously he has to say that, but he knows what is written all over the wall. It's really clear that they want him out. They want him out of the club of Manchester United, and it's Ajax and Anderlecht that have gone ahead to show huge interest, and United wants 5 million euros from the player. And I believe if we get him for 5 million euros, obviously that will be another profit that can be used to obviously get into the deal and really sign in players, because we signed him as a free agent and there is no way anything's going to stand into our way from really getting him in here, or really offloading him and really getting in another player. He has to say this because he is really that kind of player. He knows how to play with the media. He has been a captain for very many teams and he knows how to obviously answer questions. But we all know that he's one of those players considered for sale. And he said, I want to play as long as possible. Now I would say yes to continue at an elite level. But in 3 years' time, my mindset may be different. So that could be in the park or anywhere. So I'm trying to think that United are really taking so slow to obviously sell this guy. Do they really want to keep him around to obviously give company to a guy called Rasmus Højlund to settle in very well? But I believe Højlund has already gone ahead to settle into Manchester United very well, as he now has some new friends. That is Garnacho, Amadi Diallo and Kobe Mainoo. You know, they bond well together and they really go out together, and you see them always together. So the reason as to why I want this deal to obviously be called off, like to be done and dusted immediately, is because of what I really believe in. Is because of what I really believe in offloading this guy. That is Eriksen. You offload Eriksen, you know what happens? Manchester United will obviously have gone ahead to save £150,000 a week. That is £600,000 a week times a year. That is £7.2 million a year. That is a very huge salary that would have gone ahead to save, right? So that's why I believe Eriksen should be moved on. But I know it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, as you see the likes of Scott McTominay, because United has to obviously sell to buy. And in the due course of doing that, they need to obviously get in players that are really up to the standard in there for you. So for Kobe Mainoo, he has come out and really spoken the following on if losing part of progress and eventual success. So he said, and this is so much reliant to to England losing the Euros to Spain. He said, yeah, 100%. If you're not winning, you are learning. Yeah, I've gone ahead obviously hear it from Bobby Wine also. He said, if you're not winning, you are learning. And that's the best way to obviously refer to what the modern day people refer to as failure. But I tell you, if you are not winning, you are learning. That is really good, and that really gives us a very good goal to obviously get us into the mode that we want. And he said, I've just come off the back of a big loss in the Euro finals. You've just got to keep working to make sure you get there again and make it the next time. So the mentality of this young lad is really great, because I remember doing a story for you here where people were like hailing Kobe Mainoo, because they felt like it's not a usual thing for Manchester United to really give the role of interviewing people, to give young players chance to face the media, especially after big games. They tend to protect them a lot until they obviously get ready and feel like they are ready to obviously answer these questions. But for Kobe Mainoo, it's obviously something different altogether. And he's saying, if you are not winning, you are learning, obviously. And in that learning curve, you can obviously learn loads and loads and lots of things that will obviously take you to the level of really thinking what is really gonna be happening into the mix. So that is it coming through from the man himself known as Kobe Mainoo. But I call upon your reactions into the comment section below about the Mazraoui 5-year deal awarded to him by Manchester United. Was it called for or it was uncalled for? And then secondly, you can as well tell me about Eriksen, hints onto his stance or his future at Manchester United, whether he's leaving or not. And we also want to hear from you when it comes to Kobe Mainoo, saying that if you are not winning, You are learning. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. We hope more signings are really going to be flocking in here at the club of Manchester United. So, cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. We out for now.